gentlemen, in order to know more about climate change and the importance of the PCD, we're very much delighted to have with us here in the studio Dr. Yousria Hamid, manager of the Egyptian-Italian Environmental Cooperation Project. Always a pleasure having you with us, Dr. Yousria.
Thank you.
Now, Dr. Yousria, to start with, climate change is a global threat. Now, all the world countries are getting together to combat climate change. Would you talk to us briefly about this challenge?
Right. First, I'm very glad that Egypt is very much concerned about environmental issues, especially biodiversity, natural resource conservation, and climate change. In 2018, Egypt hosted the COP14, Conference of Parties for number 14 for biodiversity, and President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi was there, and he launched the conference. Now we all have to be so proud that we are going to host the climate change conference that is gathering all world leaders in Egypt, in Sharm el-Sheikh, and Egypt is going to be leading all these countries to negotiate issues related to climate change. In fact, climate change is linked to our life, our economy, our everyday life, and to conserving natural and natural resources, especially culture will come later because it's very much linked.
Related,
yeah, but we talk about natural resources. It is evidence now that climate change is affecting our life worldwide. If we talk about countries like Latin America, in Mexico, for example, because it's a women program, so we need to talk about women. So women had to go long distance to search for water, to just carry water for their households. Also, pastoralists, men and women, they have to travel long distance with their herds to search for pasture and vegetation cover for their herds. So climate change is affecting our life, our livelihood, and our economy. If we talk about Egypt, it influenced especially in Matruh and the north coast. It affects the vegetation cover there because the drop of water is the drop of rain is decreasing. Also areas like Sinai, especially St. Catherine, and in the south of the Red Sea, Elba, the vegetation cover is very much affected, and therefore the medicinal plants are affected, and as I said in the beginning, the cultural heritage is also linked because these natural resources are linked very much to the local communities' traditional knowledge on so it's all interlinked, to be honest.
Well, away from all the news, perhaps we need to shed more light on Egypt's efforts in combating climate change, all the projects taking place, the Egyptian-Italian Environmental Cooperation Project, choosing the 17th of July as the Whales Day. They're all interrelated, so I'd like to know more from you.
The third phase of the Egyptian-Italian Environmental Cooperation Project, it is a project that's funded by the Italian Agency for Development and Cooperation with the Embassy of Italy in Cairo, and the beneficiary of this, of course, is the Ministry of Environment and the Egyptian Environmental Affairs Agency and its nature conservation sector that manage all the protected areas of Egypt, where we have also the United Nations Development Program who are implementing this project. The third phase is concerned very much about community-based natural resource management. So we established this scheme of CBNRM, community-based natural resource management, in different areas in Fayoum and on the Red Sea. Today, as your question, you want to talk about Wadi al-Hitan. With the local communities, with the local NGOs, the ecotourism NGOs, we negotiated and we talked about in different meetings about how to promote the protected areas of Fayoum especially Wadi Rayyan and Wadi al-Hitan site that was declared in 2005 by UNESCO
Natural
as
protectorate.
Natural World Heritage Site. It's actually part of Wadi Rayyan protected areas. Then one of the great ideas, I would call it, one of the local people suggested that we celebrate the Wadi al-Hitan birthday. And the idea came that we choose the day that the Wadi al-Hitan was declared as a Natural World Heritage Site, and that was yesterday, the 17th of June. So
July.
July, yes, I'm sorry. So with the local communities, people who are interested in ecotourism and with the protected areas of Fayoum, especially Wadi Rayyan. So we held this event, very simple, with the local communities dressing in their traditional costume, holding the flag of Wadi al-Hitan, whale fossils. And we did the celebration in a very, very traditional manner as a start. And we are hoping that all protected areas, they choose one day, like, where the protected areas was declared. And then they can celebrate also the day of their protected areas. And these are very good promotion about it, so it would attract more visitors. Yesterday, we posted all pictures and videos on social medias, and we had very good feedback about
That's excellent. I'm very much interested in that topic because the participants in the Petersburg Climate Dialogue also talked about the role of the civil society and the non-governmental organizations. So this is exactly what is taking place here in Egypt. Well, when you established a community-based natural resource management scheme, you need to deal with an entity. You need to deal with an organization. So we decided to deal with NGOs, and especially local NGOs. That is formed by the local communities themselves. In Wadi Rayyan, in Fayoum, we dealt with, actually we established a new NGO, that is the ecotourism NGO, and it was all from the local communities. We supported them institutional-wise, and also to receive funds from different organizations like the JEF Small Grants Program. JEF is a global environment facilities in Arabic مرفق البيئة العالمي. And also from one of the banks, Egyptian banks, that are interested in environmental issues. So they had some very good starts. They took care of the waste management in Fayoum, and also they built a natural and cultural house to present their culture and tradition, and they are continuing cooperating with the protected areas management in co-managing the protected area, not administrative wise, but in their own way on how to help the protected areas to conserve the natural resources. Excellent. And as we said, this is only part of Egypt's efforts and plans in combating climate change. And of course, we will see more activities from now until COP27 takes place in November in Sharm el-Sheikh. Activities are already going on. Egypt is co-chairing the Petersburg Climate Dialogue with Germany now, and we are still looking forward to more, inshallah. I'd like to thank you very much, Dr. Yousria Hamid, manager of the Egyptian-Italian Environmental Cooperation Project. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us in our special coverage of the Petersburg Climate Dialogue PCD. I'm Hala Hamalawi. Stay tuned for more here on Al TV International.